Welcome to Mira Mesa Split Ranch Little League Youth Football. Pop Warner rules. Saturday, opening day, and it's the Chargers of Mira Mesa against the Gators of Poway. Kicking off for the Chargers, number 51, Kenneth Dunnum. And receiving for the Gators of Poway, number 28, Ryan Turner. This is Brian Sackett and George Marble of Video Depot. There's the opening whistle. Dunnum approaches the ball. And in his pregame remarks, Coach Bob Moiser told me that number 28, quite an impressive one, he won't get his chance in the center, Jesse Niels. We're all set to go. And there's an official's timeout before. First play, quarterback draw. Number 18 up the middle, smothered by a host of Mighty Mites from Mira Mesa. After a gain of only a couple, it's second and long. Opening season action between the Gators and the Chargers here at Mira Mesa High School with the Chargers, and they're ready. Their defensive captain, number 51, Kenneth Dunnum, playing it in the middle, setting up his team. Stodgel calls the signals and hands off over the right side, over the left side rather, to Turner. Stodgel hands off over the right side this time. It's Turner once again. He breaks a couple of tackles. He's in the open field. He keeps getting away from tacklers before finally being dragged down by number 51, Kenneth Dunnum. Turner with a fine carry. Sides today. This is a form of a practice game. And testimony. Stodgel stands over center on 1st and 15 and barks the signals. He takes the handoff. Oh, and this running back is smothered by number 51 in the backfield. That's 33, the fullback, Stephen Guthrie. Dunnum all over him in the backfield. It'll be second and long yardage to go. And the run from quarterback Marcus Brady, so it's now 7-0. A 2-point conversion is on a kick, interestingly enough, since the kick is considered a harder form of conversion. An interesting kickoff here from Dunnum to the Gators. One of their up men, number 27, receives the short kick. Running back, number 28, Ryan Turner. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and it's a good one. Stodgel with it. 7-0. The Chargers lead midway through the third period. Stodgel hands off to number 28, Turner again. Smothered, cheering their approval for the Gator defense. The offense now given the ball in tremendous field position. Ryan Turner and Stephen Guthrie. A delayed handoff to Guthrie over the right-hand side. Kenneth Dunnum, once again, the defensive captain for the Chargers, with a big stop after no gain by number 33 fullback Stephen Guthrie. We might look for Poway now at this stage in the contest to try that one offensive pass play. There's that quarterback draw again from Chris Stodgel, not as effective as it was in the first quarter when he ran it 15 yards for a first down. Now we're with Kenneth Dunnum, defensive captain and part-time running back, son of the coach, Dr. Dunnum. Kenneth, your overall observations about today's game?
Well, I don't think one person in the whole team could just do it. The whole team helped out so we could win.
So your team uses that team philosophy, that team concept of everybody having to work together to be the most successful team you can be?
Yes.
You did quite a fine job on both sides of the ball today. You're pleased with your own personal performance as well as that of your team?
Yes.
And who do you play next, Nathan? Excuse me, Kenneth. Not sure you play next? All right, thanks a lot. Kenneth Dunnum, defensive captain for the Mira Mesa Chargers. Winners today, 7-0. Well, head coach, Coach Dr. Russ Dunnum. Fine job also by your son, Kenneth, defensive captain, and playing sparingly on offense in the running back capacity. Your overall observation about today's contest?
Well, I was proud of every player on the team. You know, I'm always proud of my own sons. Both of them, I have a son who plays on the defensive line also played tight end. I think that the defense did an excellent job of containing the plays, keeping it up the middle so that the linebackers could get in and make the plays. If the team didn't contain, we wouldn't do us any good at all. So every single player was important on the field. The offense, when they got out there, they moved the ball up the field, and the defense, they were almost an offense themselves. And I'm real proud of every player on this team. I think as the season goes, a lot of the first-year players, the young guys, are going to learn to play the ball.
Number 51, their outstanding captain, Kenneth Dunnum. Receiving for the Bandits, number 34, Stephen Burt, a running back, and number 14, backup quarterback and running back, Tim Jackson. Brian Sackett with George Marble from Video Depot, and we're just set to get underway. Here's the opening whistle. And the season begins with a good kick from Dunnum. It's fumbled by number 32, Nathan Wright. But he breaks open field after recovering the ball. Wright's a good one. And he scoots all the way up to the 40-yard line of offense of quarterback Randy Fowler. This time Wright goes over the left side. He's got a big hole. He's got a long way to go, too. Continues to break tackles before Dunnum brings him down. All the way down at the 23-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from that point. 3rd and 11. Ball at about the 21-yard line. And it goes to Nathan Wright over the left side of his line. Stopped for just a couple of yards by number 51. Once again, Kenneth Dunnum. Looks like he's going to be all over the field today, along with his brother, defensive end Ron Paul Dunnum, the Dunnum gang. Ganging up on Nathan Wright. It's now 4th down. 4th and about 7 yards to go. 2nd down and 10. The Bandits will play it behind quarterback Randy Fowler. Another botched off handoff. Botched up handoff, rather, up the middle to number 10. I think Randy Bowers on the play up the middle, actually a little bit over the left side of the line. Number 61, Justin Momon, trying to spring in his left guard to the long 35-yard gain. The Bandits play it 1st and 10 from the 30. A botch snap from center, DiBernardo. Fowler taken down by a swarm of Chargers. And they'll lose 3 or 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down from center DiBernardo to quarterback Randy Fowler. They'll play it 2nd and 11, the nose of the ball just outside the 30-yard line of the Chargers. Fumble on the play. Again, some difficulty with the handoff exchange, this time between Fowler and Wright. However, the Bandits fortunate enough to center DiBernardo. Will DiBernardo, his name. He prefers to be called DiBernardo only. Comes out of the huddle first for quarterback Randy Fowler and the rest of the Bandits. Fowler ripped down to the ground by number 51, defensive captain Kenneth Dunnum. Dunnum again having a fine performance here today for the Chargers. And it'll be 4th down for the Bandits, a 4-minute mark. As center DiBernardo jumps out of the offensive huddle for quarterback Randy Fowler. Fowler with the inside handoff. Fowler. The line, number 73, left tackle Jimbo, following the Jason Jimenez interception return for a touchdown. A terrific kick from Kenneth Dunnum. Goes through everyone and down by number 14, Tim Jackson. A terrific kick from Dunnum. The Bandits will start all the way back around their own 30-yard line 5 minutes to play, along with 33, Nathan Nelson. On the stop of the quarterback, number 12, Randy Fowler. First down carry, however. The ball at the 38-yard line. This time they try the left side. It's the running back, Nathan Wright, again finding the going tough. This time he is able to crack over that left side for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. The Bandits on the move as the coaching staff of the Chargers getting excited. The Charger defense may be bending just a little bit. A fumble snap. Fowler ripped to the ground immediately at the 3-minute mark. Number 51, the captain, Kenneth Dunnum, and number 30, Jason Jimenez, the star of the day with that 2nd and 5 from his own 45. Hands off to number 34, Stephen Burt. The defense again doing a big job. Duncan, Nelson, with 4:45 to go. The official discussing the options with defensive captain, number 51, Kenneth Dunnum. With 4:45 to play, you got to think if this one's against the Bandits, they'll walk it off, and they will. It's a big one, a 10-yarder. The official marks it off for holding. As suspected, the 10-yard penalty brings the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line. It'll now be 3rd and 14 to play. The ball just inside the 35. And 12 at the 4-12. In action, the quarterback on 4th down. 4-12 in action, the quarterback on 4th down. Much maligned against this rugged Charger defense. Officials blowing play dead, but giving the ball to the Chargers. It'll be their ball now, 1st and 10. Follow for the Bandits as DiBernardo, number 50, jumps out of huddle first and foremost again from center. Fowler over DiBernardo in front of his back, 32. Okay, Kenneth and Ron Paul Dunnum, the Dunnum gang of Dr. Dunnum, one of your coaches. Kenneth, you're also the defensive captain, but you saw a lot of action today at running back. We talked to you a couple of weeks ago. How do you feel today after today's win?
Well, I think if the refs called more penalties on the other team because they kept especially the center kept holding and grabbing face masks and stuff like that, then we could have had a better chance of scoring more.
You know, if you could see the face that your dad is giving you right now, you might know that you just lost your allowance for a month. No pool privileges, and you can't go out at it.
Yeah.
Well, you played a great game, and your name was called today, too. I accidentally called you by your brother's name. I better not do that again, right?
Yeah.
You're a little bit shyer than your brother, maybe?
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that. You know that? How about your dad, the proud father of these two guys? Dr. Dunnum, step on in here with us for a word. Thank you, Coach. Dr. Dunnum, a 13-0 win, a fine job on defense and on offense and special teams. A well-rounded game today.
Yeah, I thought the kids played real well. We were a little confused sometimes, but when they came out, they did a good job. Them all lined up. They all got on the ball. They hustled hard. They made the plays. I was real proud of every player on the team again, like always, and looking forward to next week.
Can you tell me a little bit about Skyline, your opposition for next week? You know anything about them?
No, they're a real good team. They're big, they're strong, they're quick, and I think it'll be an excellent game between us and them. I think it's the two teams that everyone's going to want to see this year play against each other.
You know, with all the razzing that you were giving those the Zebra crew out there today, you would have thought that these were two teams playing for the state Quad A varsity championship out here today. You really take it seriously, and that's it's probably a wonderful quality to be instilling to your two sons and to the other 25 or 30 kids on the team.
Yeah, I think if they're going to go out and play, they got to play hard and play like every play and every game is important to them, or else they shouldn't be out there playing.
And regardless of the age bracket, it's still 11 against 11 with those sometimes unfriendly or unbiased officials out there.
Well, the refs make the calls. You got to live with whatever they make. I'm sure they do the best job they can, too, just like everybody else. Everyone has problems sometimes, make mistakes sometimes, but you still got to play hard and do your best. Keep the attitude right as best you can.
Doctor and Coach Dunnum, thank you. And your two sons, nice job today and a fine win. 13-0 Chargers. Thank you, Kenneth. And thank you.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, The mascot for the Mira Mesa Chargers, number 14. I bet that was Dan Fouts one time, wasn't it? What is your name? You're Tyler Dunnum, aren't you?
Russell Tyler.
What's your name?
Russell Tyler Dunnum.
Russell Tyler Dunnum. I'm sorry. And are you Kenneth's brother?
And Ron.
And Ron Paul's brother? And you're Dr. Dunnum's son? You know, you've been a mascot long enough to not be shy in front of me. You know that. Can you just make believe I got a red suit and big fat and white beard and think of me as Santa Claus? No. If I were Santa Claus, what would you want for Christmas?
Don't know.
Don't know? Too early? Too early for Christmas?
A motorcycle.
A motorcycle. Well, Christmas came a little bit early today for the Chargers of Mira Mesa. 13-0 winners over the Kearney Mesa Bandits. They'll next play Skyline next Saturday. George Marble and Brian Sackett from Video Depot will present that action to you as well. Once again, the final today at Mira Mesa, 13-0 Chargers. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
This morning will be number 51, their defensive captain, Kenneth Dunnum. Your starting lineups on offense for the Panthers. You'll see their offense first as they are set to receive the kickoff. Back there, quarterback number 21, Brian Walker. Halfback number 24, Thomas Howell. The rest of the offense, tight end number 8, Zachary Jones. Another tight end, number 9, DeAndre Adair. The quarterback, Walker. Halfbacks, Jones, and number 24, Thomas Howell. Your guards, number 61, Henny Peterman, and number 64, Rico, the Chargers, as they take the field. We're just set to get underway. Week 2 of Mira Mesa Scripps Ranch football action. Brian Sackett and George Marble for Video Depot. It's an overcast Saturday morning. It proves to be an exciting contest. The Panthers with a rough start last week, losing 33-0 to Los Toros. We'll try to rebound today against a scrappy Mira Mesa Chargers squad that opened its 88th season with a 13-0 whitewashing of the Kearney Mesa Bandits. The kickoff is dropped by number 22 and recovered by number 24, Thomas Howell. 8-0 Chargers as Kenneth Dunnum, number 51. All-around performer for the Chargers. Puts his foot into a nice kick to number 22. Evan Jones trying the left side. Nathan Nelson comes up as Jones escapes the tackle. He gets over to the right side, making some fine moves before quarterback Marcus Brady. Kenneth Dunnum set to kick off. The ball squibbed right towards us here in front of the Chargers sideline and covered by an unidentified second and running to play in the first half. A new quarterback, number 8. The ball deflected and caught out of the air by number 66, the center, Jonathan Scott. Strange-looking play. Kenneth Dunnum, once again, set to kick off for the Chargers. The lead now 20-0. The kick right here in front of us. Retrieved by number 80, who picks it up. If he can get out there, he may have a long way to go. Tripped up, and now, however, up near the line of scrimmage is Logan on the far side. Strong safety now, number 33, Nathan Nelson, in a new position for himself. A turnover on the play. Fumble on the play. It's recovered by number 51, Kenneth Dunnum, the defensive captain, comes up with the turnover. The Chargers taking control of this one midway through the third period. It was 13-0 at the end of the half. Dunnum kicks it right into the arms of an awaiting number 72, Marcus Dixion, unable to return the ball. They're just about midfield, and they'll play with good field position. 1st and 10. That's on 3rd down. First play of the 4th quarter. The quarterback unable to escape, scored upon. Their defense doing a fine job right here in front of us. Number 30, Jason Jimenez. Number 21, Ramon Logan. Number 74, John Rouleau. Number 14, Michael Nash. In the center, their captain, number 51, Kenneth Dunnum. And right over the ball, John Paul Dunnum. Knocked out of the action. Fumble on the play. The Panthers able to recover it, however, unable to generate the first down, and thus will give the ball back over to the Charger offense. That's scoring threat, with the exception, of course, their last drive. This time, the quarterback, Walker, bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Nash, Jason Jimenez. Still in the game now. The Chargers more than likely could run the ball out with their next offensive try. Number 24 looked like he wanted to try a halfback pass. Thomas Howell. Here he is again, defensive captain, Kenneth Dunnum, kicker, captain on defense, spot duty on offense, all-around jack-of-all-trades performer for the Chargers. Come on in here, Kenneth. 2-0. You got to feel good about that. What does your dad think? What do you think? What does Kenneth think? What about your brother? I think we're going to get him in here. You had a fine game today. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I like playing defense a lot. That's mostly where I play. And no one could have won if it, for the offensive line, the defensive line. The offense had a little bit of some tough breaks, and so the whole offense, the whole defense helped out to get the ball back, and then the offense tried again, and they got some yardage.
You really got your foot into one of your kickoffs today. That must have felt good. That was definitely the best kick we've seen out of that leg this year. Are you working a little extra on your kickoffs to try to get them a little deeper?
Yeah.
Who's been working with you on your kicking? Is that your dad by any chance?
My dad and Coach Nelson.
Well, it's quite a family tradition here for the Dunnums, as your brother is getting ready to come in and join us also. No, he's not. His brother's a little gunshot. We discovered that last week. Kenneth, we thank you for joining us. Continued good luck to the Chargers to win again today. Thank you. Have a good week at school, and we'll see you next week. What want to tell us before we get away today?
I think that the offensive line did a great job, and I think the defense could have done a little bit better on recovering fumble. And that we could have had a better chance at scoring.
You know, I didn't know that you could say so much. You didn't say this much to us last week. What's gotten into you today? You learning from your dad and your brother?
No.
Do you have another brother around here somewhere? Where is he? Can you get him over here?
No.
No? I bet we can. Come on, what's his name? Michael Nash, why don't you come in here and join us for a second? Ariano with a decent punt to number 51, who catches it on the fly. Kenneth Dunnum, brought down by a host of Warrior tacklers. And the Chargers will employ first down inside Warrior territory, number 40, and Kyle Williams, number 55. They'll try that side, and with no success, as it is Williams, number 55, and Kenneth Dunnum once again coming up to make the stop short of the line of scrimmage. The Charger defense has been very tough on that side, with Duncan and Williams anchoring it. For the Chargers today, number 74, John Rouleau. across the front line, number 70, Aaron Nesby. Number 50, Ron Paul Dunnum, brother of Kenneth. And over the left side of the offensive line, their quarterback, Ariano, tries for about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and very long yardage to go. The Warriors will face yet another punting situation. They declare the punt to the official, and at the 1:35 mark, we'll get punt number 2 from the quarterback, Andre Ariano, to go. The quarterback, Ariano, or Patasi, and John Scott Rennie. This time, a fumble on the play. Kenneth Dunnum strips the quarterback of the ball and makes the recovery right here in front of us at the 2:46 mark. The biggest break of the game as the Chargers, Kenneth Dunnum, their defensive captain, comes up with the big fumble recovery. They'll play it 1st and 10. The ball at the Scott Rennie, a running back, and their talented linebacker, number 53, Edward Young III. It's a short kick taken by number 75, Garrett. Number 50, Ron Paul Dunnum. This time it's Kenneth Dunnum in the backfield before Rennie can do anything with it. Stop well short of the line of scrimmage. Also in on that stop, number 70, Aaron Nesby, as Rennie appears to snap from him. He does, and hands off to John Scott Rennie once again, handling the bulk of the offensive load for the Warriors is Rennie, number 7. A nifty run over the left side of his offensive line. Nowhere near 1st down yardage, however. It'll be 3rd down and about 10 yards to go. They've got to get it all the way defense. The name of the game from both sides. Number 51, Kenneth Dunnum, stops Ariano again. And the ball just about the Chargers' 20-yard line as Ariano trips his own man, number 15, Ellis White. White trips over the foot of his quarterback, Andre Ariano. The game, 3rd and 5 for the Warriors as Ariano tries the left side to John Scott Rennie again. Rennie breaks several tackles. Stops. 4th and 2. Ariano tries the quarterback draw, and he's going to get the 1st down, it looks like. Ariano had tremendous success with that call. Their unbeaten 2-0 record on the line here as the blue, white, and green clad Warriors on the go. This time Rennie tries the left side. No gain, however, as Kyle Williams comes up from his cornerback position. Little Kyle doing a fine job. 2nd and 10, ball at about the 11-yard line. Ariano tries the left side, and there's a flag on the play. Again, brought down by number 55, Kyle Williams, and number 50, Ron Paul Dunnum. Best from their offense, which tries to put the first score of the game on the board as the quarterback, Ariano, tries the left side on the keeper. Kyle Williams once again, number 55 and number 51, Dunnum. Kenneth Dunnum on the stop. I think that is a 4th and 22. Actually more like 4th and 27, 28, as Ariano with a nice high punt. Fielded by number 51, Kenneth Dunnum, who takes it away from his teammate, number 33, Nathan Nelson. Dunnum unable to get much out of that return, however. Now we'll play Kenneth, number 51, defensive captain, kicker. Unfortunately, part of playing football isn't always winning. Today you guys come up short 7-0. I know you're not very happy. Can you tell me about it?
Well, yeah, probably everyone on a team feels sort of sad, but we tried our hardest, and they're a real good team. They were the champions last year, and we tried hard, and the whole defense, the whole team just helped out, and we had a hard time just getting the ball pretty far.
Defensively, again, you guys did a fine job for the 3rd week in a row. In fact, your defense didn't give up a point. It was on a punt return, special teams play, where they were able to score their only 7 points. Of course, their conversion on the quarterback draw, which was a play they seemed to be pretty effective with. But offensively, you guys just couldn't get it going today. Any comments about the offense? I know even though you're a defensive player and captain, you got to be watching that offense. Any observations about maybe why the offense wasn't able to move the ball?
Well, the offense didn't move the ball because they kept running it inside, and because Coach Marcus Brady, kept yelling at the coaches to run outside and to punt that one time when it was down by the end zone, but the defense did real good.
Well, Coach Nelson told me that his staff may need to get together and make a few corrections from today's game. We've got to think that will take place before next week. The 2-1 Chargers take to the gridiron again and try and rebound from today's shocking upset, quite frankly. 2-1 they fall to after losing 7-0 to the Warriors of Grossmont. Brian Sackett with George Marble for Video Depot, wrapping it up from Mira Mesa High School, where once again the Warriors of Grossmont defeat the Mira Mesa Chargers by the score of 7-0. From last week's loss against the El Cajon Braves. Kicking off for El Cajon, their quarterback and offensive captain, son of their head coach Tony Larini. His name is Joey. Receiving for the Chargers, number 30, Jason Jimenez. And actually the ball is taken by an up man, number 21, Ramon. Tackle, formerly an offensive member. Offensive tackles Ryan Leifer, number 64, and Jacob Wilson, number 65. The center, Darren Hamilton, twin brother, number 66. This time it's the quarterback again, Joey Larini, coming down the right side of his offensive line for no gain. Stopped by Michael Nash, number 14, on the play. The offensive guards for the Braves, number 70, Sean Barnett, and Herman Oliver, number 72, as they've got the ball on offense for the first time against that vaunted Charger defense. The quarterback, Joey Larini, not known to throw the ball. He's going to run it over the left side this time. Brought down by number 51, it looks like. Actually, that's number 50. Ron Paul Dunnum. They may not get the play away. Actually, it's going to be a punt, a fake punt at that. The quarterback, Larini, tries an alley up the left side. Unable to make the first down, however, as Ron Paul Dunnum in for his second stop, number 50. Holds Larini shy of the first down. The end of the quarter. With a crossing handoff to number 20, Smith again. Kenneth and Ron Paul Dunnum all around the ball on that play. The Chargers. Receiving for the Braves will be number 20, Nelson Smith. Number 25, Robert Tomkeel. And the up man, number 12, quarterback Joey Larini. Clock still shows about a minute before we're supposed to get this thing underway. And now we are ready to get it underway as Kenneth Dunnum approaches the ball for the Chargers. It's a short kick, recovered by Tomkeel. Tomkeel with a lot of room up the middle of the field. Great stop there by number 40, Larry. Herman Oliver, another offensive guard, number 72, and offensive tackles Joseph Klinge and Travis House. Time it's a short effort. Number 20, Nelson Smith, tries the middle for little or no gain. It'll be second down. We'll call it 9 yards to go. First half, the Chargers unable to punch it in on 4th and goal from the 2 as time expired to end the first half. Joey Larini popped initially by number 51, Kenneth Dunnum, and finished off by number 40 once again. Actually, that's number 70, Aaron Nez. Third down and 11 now following a loss of a couple. The quarterback, Larini. Michael Nash unable to get to him. However, he is strung out of bounds following a gain of only a yard or so. It'll be 4th down, about 10 yards to go, as Jason Jimenez over on the phone. As Coach Nelson said in his halftime remarks, the defense has actually gotten more yardage than his offense has produced today. This drive, testimony to that statement, as number 20, Nelson Smith, the captain, again unable to move the ball on the ground. The quarterback, Larini, now preparing a punt for the Braves, who face a 4th and 35 or so. It's a fake, however. He's going to be well short as Michael Nash, spring quarterback Larini, will go for it with his Brave offense on 4th and long. Time Larini tries the left side, has some success, runs over his own man, number 24, Maxwell, before being brought down by number 55 and number 14. Larini on 1st and 10, his Braves at their own 28-yard line. Maxwell again tries the inside, brought down by the who have just got up 6-0 on the big touchdown run by the quarterback, Marcus Brady. Brady perhaps emerging as a new offensive threat to the Braves sideline. And the ball now resting at the 45-yard line of Mira Mesa. Dunnum resetting up the ball on the tee and prepares to kick off for the second time. The Braves will have to make very good work of their 39 seconds left. They'll have to move about 55 or 60 yards at least if they're going to tie this game up. Dunnum with a fine kick gets it to Nathan Smith. Nelson Smith, rather, still breaking tackles and gets to about the 4 with a hurry-up offense as the quarterback, Joy Larini, tries the left side. Not much, however, as Jay Hansen, 13 seconds, second down and 8 yards to go. But more importantly, Larini has to throw the ball. Kenneth Dunnum strips it out of his hands. That's a fumble. Dunnum forces a fumble and recovers it. That'll be the game. Sports fans, with 5 seconds to go, Kenneth Dunnum, elated, trotting off the field, leading his Charger defensive troops, who pitched another shutout here today at Mira Mesa.
We want to pass out some awards to the Chargers for the Candy Drive fundraiser. The Mighty Mike Chargers came in first place and won $150 for their banquet at the end of the year. All right. Also, we had 2 of the top sellers. We had the guy who sold the 3rd most candy in the whole league, David Evenson. There you go, partners. You won some money there. And for the number 1, the most candy sold, how much did he sell? 240. 240 candy bars. Ron Paul Dunnum. Come here, Ron. Good job, buddy. Okay, give yourself a hand, guys. You did a great job. Okay. And the team mom who organized it all and got it going, Linda Dunnum. Give your team mom a hand, guys. Great.
Interview next to me since you're just about my height. Ron Paul, I've never seen you play like you did today. I know your dad must be really, really happy. You made all kinds of tackles today.
Well, I think the offense and defense did a good job, but the offense probably could have got more chances of scoring, and if they had more blockers and the defense, I think, did a real good job.
Sure did. Speaking of offense, number 82, John Crittenden. Don't want to forget another one of my favorites, though. Defensive captain and number 51, Kenneth Dunnum. Kenny, you know, it was a rare occurrence out there today. Don't get mad at me, but I think I may have called your brother Ron Paul's name more than I called yours. Is that possible?
Maybe.
He had quite a good game today, don't you think?
Yeah, he played real good on defense. I think he played about probably maybe the best.
I think I agree with you. You had a little bit of difficulty kicking the ball. I bet you're going to work on that in practice this week, aren't you?
Yes.
6-0, your defense pitched another shutout. You didn't score a lot, but you didn't have to today because you didn't give up anything.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's a wrap. Do you have anything you want to say in closing?
Well, I think that Mason Nelson, he ran out, but he...
Want to back up this time. It's a nice punt. Fielded by Kreiner. Kreiner gets outside, and he's got a lot of room. Pacey wearing number 11 today instead of his normal number 85. As Brady will try another pass attempt. It's a long one. Wide open, it's Kenny Dunnum. He's going to go all the way. Kenny Dunham's going to go all the way. No, he isn't.
Swooped on by number 26.
An incredible stop.
Beautiful pass, but
Not
swooped
for
on by
sure that number
26.
26, or rather number 51, Kenny Dunnum, would go all the way on that bomb. The finest passing effort of the year by Marcus Brady,
Tied up with
connecting with Dunnum. Damian Hartsfield, defensive
good
lineman.
effort.
You're going Good job.
Second, and we'll call it 2. Big stop and a fumble on the play. Michael Nash, number 14, recovers into the possibility of a special teams play, perhaps being the big play in this contest. We'll see if it happens here, as Dunham's punt, a much better one this time, received by number 30 for the Hornets. Still on his feet, fighting charges from their own 37 following the Rouleau fumble recovery. Marcus Brady drops back to pass and heaves a long bomb. Kenny Dunnum on the reception. Kenny Dunnum with the fine grab. Marcus Brady looking very sharp out here today from his quarterbacking position. As a wide receiver, more than likely we'll see Brady try Dunnum. Over the middle it is to Kenny Dunnum. Using that reach advantage once again, Kenny Dunnum brought down this time by number 57, Ladaro Maxville, as the Charger offense called 51, Kenny Dunnum. Kenny, I guess Bob Nelson wanted to use your extra reach and height advantage on some of those passing plays that he told us about trying at halftime. He did so, and you and Marcus were able to hook up on a couple. Came up maybe one good long passing play short. I know you're disappointed. Tell me how else you feel.
Well, probably the whole team on the team is sad again, but the whole team tried hard, and on that passing play, I hoped that no one was behind me or a block was behind me so I could get in there to help my team and score. And Marcus, he threw good passes so I could get some yards.
That was the finest passing play, obviously, we've seen in 5 weeks for the Chargers. It netted 40 yards. I believe it brought you down to the 25-yard line. I was amazed that number 26 was able to bring you down from behind. I had you scoring a touchdown the whole way. It's as if he came from nowhere.
Yeah, but one time where in the end of the game when Marcus got hurt, the offense started feeling bad, like we weren't going to win, and me and Larry Funkin, we told him that it wasn't over yet.
Well, again. Chargers, number 51, Kenny Dunnum. And receiving is number 40, Maurice Holt. Holt trying the right side, gets a little open room. Kenny Dunnum preparing to kick off. 2, Maurice Holt, and number 33, it looks like Billy Moss. And it's an excellent kick, one of Dunnum's best of the year. Holt with the reception, trying to find some running room up the middle, and has some good success in doing so. Familiar with the punting formation, it appears.
Defense, get ready.
And Aranda, though, does a nice job with the punt. Received by number 51, Kenny Dunnum, who tries the left side. Dunnum right here in front of us, near the center. It'll be second down and about 7 yards to go. The ball at about the 15. Time it's Kenny Dunnum. Dunnum squirms his way through the heart of the Raider defense for about 3 yards. It'll be third down. Kenny Dunnum kicking off for the Chargers once again. And the ball goes out of bounds. Rick Aranda. And behind him, Maurice Holt and Jerome Jones.
Quarterback seat, right up.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. Aranda with the Raiders' finest offensive thrust of the day. Gains about 9 yards up the middle of the Charger defense. It'll be second. The ball now in Charger territory. And again, it's a quick opener up the middle by Aranda once again. Ball just about the 37-yard line as Aranda tries Jerome Jones around the right side. Fumble on the play. John Rouleau unable to get it, but one of his Charger teammates definitely does. Holt, number 40, kicking off for East San Diego Balboa. Receiving number 51, Kenny Dunnum. Dunnum brought down by the Holt gang. Maurice, quarterback Eric Aranda, and his Raider offense. This time it's Holt up the right side. Graves, number 54. Maurice Heath, we've called his name a halfback, number 82. This time, number 22. Brought down almost by his shirt by number 51, Kenny Dunnum, well shy of the line of scrimmage. Dunnum with a fine play from his linebacking position. It'll be third down. They're actually going to go for it on fourth down. Fourth and just about 20 as Holt going to be stopped again, shy of the line of scrimmage, this time by John Rouleau. Momentum, obviously, in favor of the Mira Mesa Chargers for the Raider offense. Quarterback Eric Aranda wanted to try a passing opportunity, but it falls out. And trailing here today, 20-0 against the Mira Mesa Chargers. That's Aranda now on 2nd and 2 instead of 2nd and 7, courtesy of the 5-yard penalty against the Charger defense. Third down and a yard to go. Big play. Aranda brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 51, Kenny Dunnum. Dunnum looks like he may have shaken up his right elbow or right arm on that play. Certainly hopes that's not serious. The defensive captain for the Chargers doing a great job all year. He's okay. 5-yard line.
Good morning.
Another sack, this time by number 51 once again. Kenny Dunnum with 2 sacks of Aranda in succession. And the ball will go over on downs to the Chargers. Ron Paul, my little buddy. Come here, Ron Paul. How you doing today?
Good.
Yeah? Well, Coach Bob said you did a great job in the first half. You know, your hair is so blonde it's almost looking green. What's going on up there? You putting lemon juice in it? Tell me about that hair. I have never seen hair so blonde. What? What is it? Okay. Ron Paul, you guys, both you and your brother, doing a great job. You know that?
Yes.
All right. You never were one to talk a whole lot on camera, are you?
No.
Well, what's going to happen when you get the Best Student of the Year award at school and you have to talk to hundreds and hundreds of people? You'll have it worked out by then, won't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Ron Paul. Thank you. Nathan, welcome, defensive captain and buddy. I know Kenny Dunnum to come tell us about South Bay and the big game next week. You want to join Nathan? Huh? All right. Kenny Dunnum, another big game today. some really fine work kicking the ball, as you have done all year. I think one of your best kicks of the season came to start that second half, if I'm not mistaken. And Coach commended you on one that you almost recovered for your own team in the first half, and I know it wasn't even an onside kick.
Yeah.
Tell me about not only the kicking game that really was effective today, but your play on defense. 2 sacks in a row. I want you to comment on those.
Well, the sacks, I was kind of mad, and I broke through the line real fast. Larry Duncan, he said that he was very proud of me. He said that I got there even less than a second to get the quarterback.
Well, it's South Bay next week for these 2 fine stars of Mira Mesa. The offensive stalwart, Nathan Nelson, son of head coach Bob Nelson, and the coach of Dr. Dunnum, Kenny, and his brother, Ron Paul, and the other little brother. What's your name? I forgot already.
Tyler.
Tyler? Can you say hi to Mom and Daddy?
Come on.
The official Charger mascot, Tyler Dunnum. It's a family affair, isn't it? Can you look at George with a big smile? Can you say something to the family? Say hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Okay. That concludes our activities from Hoover High School. Once again, the Mira Mesa Chargers hiked their record on the season to 4-2. Nathan Nelson, a big touchdown. Kenny Dunnum, great job on offense, defense, and special teams. Next week, it's South Bay, and a big, big game. 20-0 the final. Another shutout for the Mira Mesa Chargers. Brian Sackett with George Marble for Video Depot, and that's it. Again to Mira Mesa Scripps Ranch Pop Warner football. Today, the South Bay Eagles putting their undefeated 6-0 wishbone backfield of Richardson. Number 30, there is Alex Rosales, and the other running back. In that configuration, I believe it's number 30 field of Emory Richardson. This time, Richardson tries the right side. Very little yardage, however, as Kenny Dunnum brings him down from his linebacking position. Also playing deep safety today, number 33, Nathan Nelson. And this time on second down, unable to get the handoff to Richardson as Kenny Dunnum knifes through the offensive line of South Bay to bring Timothy Pablo down behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their finish with an excellent 6-2 record. Valencia Park 6-0 going into today's action. Going to face a tough opponent in Imperial Beach. They could easily drop to 6-1. Timothy Pablo, the quarterback, on a big third down, tries Emory Richardson. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 51, Kenny Dunnum. Coming up from his linebacker position to make an excellent stop of number 22, Emory Richardson. A great ball game here in the early going. South Bay leading. Fourth down and 10. Not sure yet whether or not they've declared a punt. They have not. It'll be Timothy Pablo trying his first passing play, but he won't get it away. Sacked. Sacked by number 74. There he is once again, John Rouleau. And also number 50, Ron Paul Dunnum.
It's from the outside, Joe. Outside here. Nathan!
Halloween season. We'll see if the South Bay Eagles are going to play trick or treat to the Mira Mesa Chargers today. Nathan Nelson set the punt, takes the snap from Christopher Turek, and he'll need a long one, and gets it. Nice high punt. Not real deep, but it was high. Number 35, unable to bring him down. Kenny Dunnum, however, does so. Going for the ball. Number 35, James Holstein. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. The other fumble on the play. Kenny Dunnum, however, with great concentration, able to return the ball at the South Bay 47-yard line. Timothy Pablo fumble on the play. Looks like the Chargers have it. Kenny Dunnum comes up with the ball. A big break for Mira Mesa. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. They'll get the ball 1st and 10 at the South Bay 46. Bringing you all the action. The offensive line of Lazarin Quillen, number 79, number 69, Eric Miranda. Quarterback Timothy Pablo hands off this time over the left side to number 31, Donald Dawson. Here we go. Said earlier that Deion Dawson, number 34, was going both ways. Correct here, but he doesn't. He tries it. Emery Richardson again, this time over the right side. The initial hit made by number 70. The crowd thinning out considerably as most of the Mira Mesa hopeful have disappeared. 51, Kenny Dunnum tries the middle of the South Bay defense. Question about that one. It's 31-0 now with the conversion. Handoff attempt to number 30. It looks like Alex Rosales comes up short. 50-yard touchdown run, kicking off for, the 6th or 7th time out here today. Kenny Dunnum, the up man, brings it up right near the midfield. So, just about 4 minutes to go in the game now as Marcus Brady hands off to Kenny Dunnum. Sugar Ray Hudson, once again, Hudson all over the field today. That hit indicative of the way this game has gone. Tough. 26-yard line. Flags galore as the quarterback, Timothy Pablo, ripped to the ground by number 70, Aaron Nesby. We'll have to see if it's offsides on. And even though this game is no contest and hasn't been for some time, it wouldn't surprise me to see Pablo maybe try a couple of passing plays just as they anticipate the 6-1 and leave South Bay all alone on top at 7-0. Inside 3 minutes now. Timothy Pablo to Emery Richardson, brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 51, Kenny Dunnum. Brings up 4th down and half a mile, about 35 yards to go. Inevitable calls it. Pablo looked like he wanted to pass the ball, but he keeps it, and Nathan Nelson and Kenny Dunnum bring him to the turf as the clock expires. Defense. And speaking of defense, the defensive captain, number 51, Kenny, you and I seem to close these gigs every week, these last few weeks anyway. Tough loss today. I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined a team being able to roll up a 31-0 defeat of you guys.
Yeah, the defense tried their hardest. They tried to get number 22. Everyone thought he was too fast. But in the second half, in the last part of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, the defense started and we started making tackles. And on that punt, Nate, I think he could have ran it, but he said that he might have fumbled it. So that was okay. And then the offense, they ran good, and one play, when I got the ball, it fumbled, and I had to get it back on it, and we just couldn't run the ball.
Well, I even complimented you on really good concentration on that fumble you were referring to, because I watched the ball roll along the ground, and you roll along right with it, and you were able to scoop it back in under your rib cage and hold on to possession. That would have been a big blow. Of course, moments later, Dorn intercepted for South Bay, and that set him up with 1st and goal anyway right before halftime. You think if your defense had been able to hold them out there and go in to intermission at 13-0, the second half may have been a little bit different?
Yeah, the defense could have scored today, but in the huddle they were feeling down like they were going to lose when it was 25-zip, and me and Nate and Jason tried to help them, try to get them hyped up so we could win and score.
Well, we'll see if they can't get hyped up for next week as the season concludes for the Mira Mesa Chargers. Going to try to make it 5-3. Kenny and the gang his brother Ron Paul, the whole bunch down at Chula Vista next Saturday morning for a 9 o'clock kickoff. Immediately following that, South Bay and Valencia Park at South Bay for all the marbles. If VP won today, both squads will enter that game at 7-0. George and I will be covering both games, and should be a busy day for us. The last day of the season for these guys, with playoffs a week and 2 weeks after that. We'll look forward to bringing you that game. Kenny, you got anything else you want to say?
Just bye.
That's a wrap from Mira Mesa High School, where South Bay is. Good morning. The sun just beginning to rise over Chula Vista, California, just miles away from the Mexican border. As today, on the last day of the Mighty Might Pop Warner football season, the Mira Mesa Chargers take on the Chula Vista squad here at Chula Vista. Paul Dunnum, one of the stars on defense, along with his brother Kenny. Ron Paul, you're one of the littler guys on defense, but you sure play real big.
Well,
Go.
yeah, but my dad makes me practice a lot extra from at home for my visit. I have a big yard, and I have to throw passes to my brother, and sometimes when we play football, I get a go up in the linebacker and things like that.
Sounds like Ron Paul's also learned a lot, and he certainly got a good teacher in the form of his father, Dr. Russ Dunnum, one of the assistant coaches for the Mira Mesa Chargers. We'll be back with a couple of more with during this fine season, one that could wind up 5-3 with a win today here at Chula Vista. To my immediate right, tight end Johnny Crittenden, number 82. You got a brother in the older ranks, I believe. And number 51, Kenny Dunnum, the defensive captain, punter, running back, wide receiver on offense, jack of all trades for this Mira Mesa squad, and brother of Ron Paul. Kenny, you've been very outspoken throughout the season. I know this is one that's probably been very fun and really pleasing for you also.
Yeah, I'm glad to be on Coach Nelson's team because he gets us hyped up for the games, and he makes us work real hard for us to want the team we're playing, and he helps us out a lot, and we have a good team this year.
You feel like you learned a lot this year and you had a real good time, and will you be playing again next year?
Yeah.
Okay, Kenny Dunnum and John Crittenden. 2nd and 5, a little bit of a botched handoff. Dunnum able still, however, to get, about 3 yards before being stopped by number 50 and number 34, number 33, Nathan Nelson, and set to receive the kickoff, number 33, Ernest Johnson, and Julian Skinner, number 56. It's a short kick, however, taken by the up man, number 80, John Limone. Limone stopped. This time Skinner again over the left side. Fumble on the play, I believe. Skinner bouncing off numerous tacklers before being finished off by number 14, Michael Nash. Kyle Williams also in on the play. And checking in at 4-3, Mira Mesa Chargers. Kenny Dunnum this time over the right side. Running the ball with authority. Like a fullback. Gains 4 or 5 yards on a nice first down run in the early goings. Nathan Nelson, Kenny Dunnum, and George Vick behind quarterback Marcus Brady. This time it's Kenny Dunnum over the left side, bulling his way forward for about 6 or 7 yards before being brought down by Jaime Lopez. Ruben Gonzalez into the game clock. Of course, that's incorrect. Should be 2nd and 4 as Brady tries his second pass attempt. Throws a deep, deep bomb to Kenny Dunnum. A great pass and catch. Marcus Brady to Kenny Dunnum. Dunnum brought down immediately by Arturo Ortega. But Marcus Brady throws perhaps his prettiest spiral of the year. Nice pass to Kenny Dunnum, number 51. It'll be first and goal for the Mira Mesa Chargers. 6-0 at the 2:12 mark. Chula Vista, their offense back out on the field. It'll be a nice run all the way out to about the 23-yard line. Deep pitch by quarterback Brian Nelson to Julian Skinner, number 56. With 1:38 on first down and 10, the Chula Vista Aztecs offense may be intent in just running out the rest of it. Second down, around 10 yards to go. Nelson hands off to number 80. Nice stop by number 51, Kenny Dunnum. Number 80, John Lamone. Dropped behind the line of scrimmage by Kenny Dunnum. Dunnum and John Rouleau lead this team in stops behind the line for the season. And a timeout taken by head coach Eddie Moreno and the Chula Vista Aztecs. Brings up a second down and 10 for the Charger offense. Brady again tries a pass play, this time a deep one to Kenny Dunnum, and it's complete. The Brady to Dunnum connection works once again. The ball all the way down near the Chula Vista Aztec goal line. The clock moving with 20 seconds to go. From the 2, Marcus Brady going to get into the end zone. Kenny Dunnum kicks off. The ball hit by a Chula Vista Aztec player and recovered by Mira Mesa. Miraculously, they'll have one more chance at it with 5 seconds to go. With the press box immediately behind us. This is the first time that George and I bringing you the action from this perspective. Certainly hope that you enjoy it. On first down and 10, Marcus Brady hands off to Kenny Dunnum. Breaks several tackles. Gains about 12 or 13 yards on the first play from scrimmage of the third quarter. And the Charger offense will have a first down at the 39-yard line of the Aztecs. The injured player for Chula Vista, not sure, but he's being attended to very ably by Dr. Russ Dunnum of the Mira Mesa Charger organization. The injured player for Chula Vista, number 10, of the game being led by Mira Mesa 12-0 as Marcus Brady drops back to try another passing attempt. Finds Nathan Nelson in the right flat. Nathan Nelson going to go all the way. Nathan Nelson. The Chargers well on their way to ending this season with a fine 5-3 record. Over the middle, it's Kenny Dunnum. The successful conversion by Kenny Dunnum gives the Chargers a 19-0 lead, and credit fine blocking by the entire offensive line. Josh Lipscomb in there now, along with Chris Kingery, Arthur Gratis, Justin Bartlett, all of them doing a great job for Marcus Brady and the entire offense of Mira Mesa. 19-0. Kenny Dunnum preparing to kick off for the Chargers. And receiving will once again be Ernie Johnson, number 33, and Julian Skinner, number 56.
With a host of good items.
That touchdown right before the halftime could have been a real backbreaker for head coach Eddie Moreno Jr.'s Chula Vista Aztecs. They trail in the ball game now. 19-0, just 1 minute and 6 seconds elapsed in the third quarter, and the Chargers have tacked on a third score. They lead it 19-0.
Kick is up.
The kick received by number 34, one of the up men, Charles Beard.
Gets to the outside.
Beard trying the far left side, able to find some running room and gets it right up to the yard line of Mira Mesa. Might see Nelson go to the air once again. He was very effective on that play. Hands off, however, this time over the left side of the line of scrimmage to Julian Skinner, brought down by number 40. Larry Duncan on the stop. Duncan really has been a standout throughout the year on defense for Bob Nelson's Mira Mesa Chargers. And the left side has been anchored very, very capably by John Rouleau, Shea Hansen, and Jason Jimenez. The middle plugged up all year by Kenny Dunnum and Nathan Nelson. A great defense all season long for Bob Nelson and the Mira Mesa Chargers. Week 4, the Chargers bounced back after the loss to the Warriors and defeated the El Cajon Braves of Coach Tony Larini to go to 3-1 and stay near the top of the Mira Mesa Scripps Ranch Pop Warner standings. Having trouble picking up the ball, number 10, Jaime Lopez, finally does so, however, and returns the ball on a nice punt. Returns the ball out to about the 32-yard line before being brought down by Kenny Dunnum. Actually, number 30, Jason Jimenez, also in on the stop for quarterback Brian Nelson and the Chula Vista Aztec offense.
Number 56, Skinner.
A deep handoff to Julian Skinner, number 56. Breaks to the outside and still on his feet.
Good tackle by
All the way outside across the 40-yard line out to the 45. And they'll only have to move a few yards to change sides of the field as the third quarter comes to. From the 45-yard line, Brian Nelson hands off to number 56. Skinner, the ball carrier. He and Johnson. Skinner looks like he may be shaken up, holding his right shin, it looks like, as Dr. Russ Dunnum again trots out onto the field. And we'll conclude the regular season with another doubleheader tonight with 5 and 7 o'clock games. Midget and junior Bantam competition from Mira Mesa High School. Kenny Dunnum still bullying his way forward.
No good.
Unable to get it in. One of the finest efforts we've seen all year as Dunnum plowing his way forward, unable to get across the goal line, however. The Chargers with Kenny Dunnum kicking off once again. The Chargers have recovered 2 of their own already. Ernest Johnson able to pick this one up and trying to avoid Larry Duncan. He'd like to have had that Grossmont game swing their way. That would have made them at least 6-2, and with Nathan Nelson and perhaps a couple of more players at the Valencia Park game. Fumble on the play. Brian Nelson stripped of the ball. Julian Skinner unable to get it. John Rouleau picks it up for the Mira Mesa Chargers as their defense, as it has all year long, continues to do a fine job. John Rouleau,
First down.
he'd have to get the defensive MVP award. Sean Barney, number 50, in there along with number 44, Hector Rios, who called his name quite a bit. Number 54, Philip Martinez. This time, Kenny Dunnum starts over the right side and cuts back left before being brought down by number 34, Charles Beard.
Number 44 on the bottom.
Number 44 look like they're going to finish 5-3. And not sure which of the teams they'll finish bunched up with at that record. Fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Chula Vista. They've been able to cover most of their own fumbles today. However, they did give up a couple on Mira Mesa 1, unless, of course, they come out with a tie.
Do we have a winner?
The El Cajon Braves at 1-6,
And the kick is up.
taking on the Grossmont Warriors 4-3. Grossmont
About the 30-yard line.
should certainly win that one and go to 5-3,
Number 56.
and would finish tied along with Mira Mesa. Inside of 2 minutes to go now. Be 4th down and a long yardage to go. Kenny Dunnum starts over the right side and
Brought down by
dips back over the left and gets